Alright, so welcome back to my tutorial, and in this video we're going to be deploying our backend to Heroku and our front end to Netlify. So let's get started. So the first thing that we want to do is create both of our repos, one for Github and one for Heroku. So let's do that. So I'm gonna go here. I'm already signed into GitHub, so I'm gonna go to repositories, new repository. I'm just gonna do tutorial. That's what I call the project. So and I don't need to do anything else. Create repository. Okay, cool. So now that we are in there, let me close this. Let me open up a new terminal here. Should be in the tutorial thing. Let's go cd into client. And now that we are in our client, what we want to do, I don't think I initialized the Git repository, so let's do git init. I think I did, but anyway, git init, and then we want to do git add all. No, actually, one second. Yep, git add all, then git commit -m. Let's do first commit, and then we want to do a git branch -m. Let's get the main branch, and then let's copy this part right here. Copy, paste. Alright, so now that we have our remote branch, let's push it. Push that thing up. And then some people have to put in their password. Sometimes I don't know why. Alright, so now that that is up, we're gonna come back. Well, we can refresh the page and to confirm that it was pushed up. Okay, so that is pushed up. Now what we're gonna do is, if you haven't already, log into Heroku, and we want to do create a new app. This one's gonna be tutorial backend. Let's start with a lowercase letter. I'm gonna use tutorial then. Create app. Alright, so now that we have that, let's cd and cd into our server. Now what we want to do is Heroku log in. Press any key to open up a browser. And this one popped up on my other screen, so it should pop up just like this. You just log in, and then it says that you're logged in. You close this out. Okay, so now that we did that, we're already in our project, so let's do git init. And then with that, we want to do, so let's just copy this. And then let's paste it so we can get our remote branch. Okay, so now before we do that, we should add a .getignore file so we can add a couple. Is this in here? This needs to go inside of our server folder. So I'm going to move that into our server folder, and we want to add the node modules and the .env file. Save it, and as you see, their text gets grayed out, so that's how you know that we have ignored those files. Now we can do git add all, then git commit -am, and you do first commit and git push Heroku master. So anytime you want to make changes to your server and you want these changes to deploy, you would have to go through this basic git routine here: git add all, git commit, and git push. So it deploys to Heroku, which deploys to your hosted environment. Okay, so here's our backend URL right here. Now, before this works, we have to do a couple things in Heroku. So the first thing that we need to do is install an add-on here called CloudDB. So ClearDB MySQL. And it is free, but you have to add your credit card to Heroku, so make sure you do that. Okay, so now that that is there, now we want to go to our settings, I believe, and we want to go to reveal config var. So we want to grab this link and use it in our config JSON file for our database. So we go to our config folder and go to config JSON, and then we want to edit our production object here. So let's just copy this. And we're gonna paste it. Oops, I didn't get it all. Edit it. Okay, if you can edit it, just grab all of it, copy, and then paste. So it's like that. Okay, so it's broken down similar to how this is. So from here to the colon, you want to copy that, and this is your username. Paste it. And then we have your password all the way up to the @ and I'm going to change mine because I don't want nobody posting a lot of things to the database or anything like that, making requests. So I'm going to change this after this video, so don't worry about that. And then this part right here, from the @ to, no, actually this part, I copied this twice, so this may look a little different from y'all. So let me take all of this out so this is not confusing. Okay, it's not confusing me. All right, so username, password. Here is the host. From here to .com. So they are hosting it, ClearDB. Paste that there. And then the database name is this link all the way up to the question mark. So copy this. This is your database name. So paste it. And we want to save, well, not want to save it with this. Let's take this out. Now we want to save it. And now we want to run those commands again. So you want to do git add all, git commit -am, and let's say updated MySQL, yeah, just like that. And then let's do git push Heroku master, just like that. Okay, so now that that has finished, we are going to connect to that database using Mysql workbench. So let's open up Mysql workbench. Let's pull it up over here. Let's go to the home page if you haven't got there. And what you want to do is add another connection. And for those same values that you just put in for the production object in your config.json file, we're going to use those to connect to this database so we can, you know, add things and delete things and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to give it a connection name of tutorial.db, and then the host name, let's just pull this over here. So the host name is going to be this. And the port name can stay the same. The root is going to be this. The password stored in keychain, but you want to get this password here. And then the default schema is going to be this part, which is the database. All right, then let's test connection. Let's see where we at. And it was successful connected to the database. As you can see, we can press OK. And now we have this connection. So let's open it up. Let's give it a couple seconds. All right, so now that this is connected, we should have our database. So, I mean, our table. You do get this tables could not be fetched thing. I don't know why, but it doesn't mean anything. You can still post and add stuff to the database. It just says this. So we do get our user table. As you can see, we don't get anything in our user table though. It's a clear table, so there's nothing in here. So if we wanted to, we can create a user if we wanted to, or we can just do it through the UI to test it. I think we should just do it through the UI. No, actually we probably should, because I don't think we're checking if it's empty, or no, that's fine. Let's do it through the UI. Okay, so now that this is connected, what we can do is we need to open up. We need to open it up with our link here. So if you hover over and you do Control or Command, and you click on it, it'll be able to open, and it should say cannot get. So if you get this message, then you're good, because if we go to /users, this should work. Even though we don't have anything, it's coming back as an empty array, so that's good. So if we add something, of course, then it would work. Now we are going to need this URL and post it to our client side. So let's go to our client, and then let's go to where we're making our requests. So let's do this, and Actually, we should just take this one since it has everything. And you want to make sure that it's a HTTPS, because if it's not going to work. So paste them both in there. Then I'm going to save it. So now we can go back to our client terminal. Go back to our client terminal, and we're going to git add all git commit -m changed URL, something simple, and git push. I think you can do just git push. I am Alright, so that is being pushed up, which is good. Okay, so now that is good and that is good. Let's go to Netlify. Let's open up Netlify, and this is where we're going to host our front end. Alright, so I might have to sign in. So after I sign in, I will be back. Alright, cool. So now that I have signed in, what I'm going to do is do a new site from Git. Right here. And we want to get it through GitHub. We're already authorized. And then I'm going to get the this one. Then we got our main branch. Our build command is npm build. And then we want to deploy site. Oh, yarn build is what they use, so that's fine. So it's deploying. Just give it a couple seconds to do its thing, and I'll be right back. Okay, as you can see, I encountered an error, and I believe it's because the script name or the script isn't being ran correctly. So I'm going to go to deploy settings, and then I'm going to change this build command to npm run build, and that should work. Then they kept running again, I guess. And then after that, we're gonna try to deploy it again. All right, now it looks like everything was a success. Site is live. Build script success. All right, cool. So let's go to, let's preview it. All right. So this is our application. You see we have no users. So let's add a user. So let's do Ty dude. 23. Let's submit, and there we go. Everything is being connected here, as you can see. Let's go to our Mysql, and then let's do select rows here, execute it. You see we got Ty dude, he's 23. So we knocked that out, and that will be the end. So now you guys know how to connect React and Node together with Mysql, build it and deploy it, so you guys can make bigger projects, better projects, full stack projects if you're learning how to become a full stack developer. I'm also building out a course, so if you guys are interested in my full stack development course that I will be putting putting out in a couple of weeks. Just leave a comment down below, and make sure you leave a like, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.